Okay, Dynamite Delight. Sorry that two things. One, this is going to be a shorter video than normal. And two, I'm sorry I have not done a Gump Goodness or Gump Report yet. I'm going to say this. Unfortunately, there was some problems in my building, more towards my apartment. And it's messed with me. So I am not myself. I'm okay. Nothing really serious. But unfortunately, it's hard to concentrate. So that's the reason why the Gump Goodness haven't been done. That's the reason why the Gump Report isn't done. And that's why this video is going to be a bit short. Because I'm not going to do a detailed thing. I just need to rest. Because it can be very stressful. But it's kind of happened. But let me give you this. What did I think of this Dynamite? I'm going to say this. MJF and... well, the best segment I saw for the entire show was MJF and Adam Page. It was just damn good. It just was. I liked how they went back and forth. And I'm sure not everyone's going to agree that Hangman Page sounds very generic now, particularly that he was talking about Christopher Daniels. Yes. And also talking about how he got to the place where he was, and that they cheer me even though I've done all the things I've done. It's because I never lied to them, even if I lied to everybody else like yourself. That's when he was talking to MJF. Now, MJF did something I didn't expect. When he was talking about his accolades, he talked about the International Championship, but he didn't mention the American Championship. He decided not to mention that. Don't know why. They know it didn't work, so they told him not to say it. Let's put this in perspective. Out of all the feuds here, this is the one I'm the most interested in. Flat out. Now, what happened with Moxley and what happened with Adam Copeland was not bad. It wasn't bad. The fight itself wasn't bad. Seeing that the setup for it isn't bad. Seeing that Adam Copeland is making it very clear that he's coming for Hangman Page. Seeing that Marina Shafir did attack Willow because they wanted to make sure that everyone was at risk, including the women, since Marina Shafir is part of Death Riders. She's really not attacked any women much. As far as I know, on Collision, she's barely done it, and she's done it almost nothing on the main on Dynamite. Seeing she has, it's okay. I didn't mind it. It was good. And the setup is not bad. Now, what did I think of, well, seeing the Mercedes is going to have a match with a Japanese wrestler. At least it is being built up. But this individual, I don't know her. She is now going after the TBS Championship, which I think she should just drop it. I'm being honest here. I'd rather see Mercedes move on to the main title and let this woman win it. I know you're saying, dude, why? You don't want someone who is not built on the roster or not even part of the roster just to get it. Well, let's make it very clear. She can drop it to this woman and then someone else can take it up. That's just how it feels. I want to see Mercedes move on to the main title. At least then she will at least have something with someone who needs a challenger. In other words, a tasteless... Let me give it to you like this. Was Tony Storm's segment good? Yes, it was. Did I like it? Yes, I did. Am I prepared to see her in a good feud? Yes, but will she get one? I don't know. I don't know. And I'm sure you're going to say, then why are you going to stick with Mercedes? Who's the most credible person they have? It's not Chris Statlander. She just jobbed to Megan Bayne. And there's nothing wrong with it. I kind of wish they had built up into Megan Bayne going against Chris. But they just formed Megan Bayne at anybody to make her look menacing, no better than Camille. And Camille's not there right now. She's still probably recovering from an injury and counting if they don't release her eventually. But I do believe she's still part of the roster. I haven't checked. I'm saying it now. I have not checked Camille. As far as I know, she's still injured and she's still on the roster. She's just stuck at home. But Megan Bayne feels like she's being rushed. Flat out, no lies, no caps. That's how she feels. She's being rushed. And it hurts. You just put up against Chris Statlander, who is a TBS champion. And you made her lose. You didn't even build up into it. You just made her lose. Now, mind you, it was an okay match, but still. Let me give you this. Hobbs versus Big Bill in a street fight that it didn't feel like a street fight. When do you hear a street fight where if you're on the ground longer than 10 seconds, you're done? That's a last man standings match. That match made no sense. If they made it a last man standings match, fine. But it was a damn street fight where that doesn't go on. A street fight does not have you flat out on the floor and you get counted out. That doesn't happen. The street fight ends when you get pinned or submitted. Why did they do a last man standing type of stipulation? Did that make any sense? No. And the segment that I liked the most, and understand what I said about MJF and Hangman Page, that was the best segment. And I'm very interested in their feud. But this situation with Prince Nana is interesting. And I will tell you this. What does it mean for a guy who's been in the business 30 years, where he decided at one point when he couldn't go in the ring anymore to help others to get over by giving them a jacket, which I think is going through ROH? That means a lot. People remember that, which I did not see. I never seen Prince Nana until AEW because I didn't have the ability to watch ROH at the time. But the point is, when you look at Prince Nana and you see that he has that jacket that he's given to different people, including Swerve, you wonder, now that Ricochet has it, what are they going to do with him with that? Because, make it very clear, Nana did not have Swerve there. He asked him to stay home. He came over to talk to a guy he should realize is not going to listen, but he thought he could try and get through to Ricochet. And I will tell you this. Seeing that Prince Nana looked like he was about to burst into tears, it was not that well done. But it doesn't mean it wasn't done well enough that it was believable that if the guy's been working 30 years, he was working in the ring, he's worked now as a manager, he's got himself over just going like this, that means the people are going to get invested in this. So next to Hangman Page and next to MJF, this is going to be the second one they have with someone who has such a great amount of history, if you know it. And that's going to be a major issue here. If you know the history of Prince Nana, you will get invested in this. I don't. So it's going to be left up to creative Tony to build and craft a storyline where we get information from Nana. We get information about Nana. They're going to have to show vid packs about Nana when he used to work in the ring or work as maybe a ref. I think he worked as a wrestler. He used to be a wrestler. He now transitioned to a manager. He's had people wear that jacket that he got made himself. And we need this. If they don't show any footage of him being a wrestler and then managing different people with that coat, it is going to flop. And they better realize they don't need it to flop at this point because they need stories. So I will say, show wasn't bad. And I know you're going to say, dude, what about Christopher Daniels? What about the fight beforehand? It was good. Christopher coming out was all right. But at this point, I don't care about Christopher. I care about MJF. I care about Hangman Page. At this moment, I'm curious to see how they're going to book Prince Nana. Because we got Swerve going to go after a Ricochet, but then you're going to do that. And then you wonder, this trios, the patriarchy, and now the ops. Are we really going there with the ops? Are we really going to see them actually rise? Are we going to get something interesting from them? Don't know. I don't know. And I wonder still about Hobbs. I'm curious. I think that might be the best title. It's just me. Peace.